Rush, whose 2 goals in Bucharest took his season's total to 41, now needs only 2 more to break the Liverpool club record for one season. It's presently held by Roger Hunt, who hit 42 League and Cup goals in 1961-62. Well, it was only 3 years ago that John Walk scored 36 in one season for his club, but that club was Ipswich, and today he finds himself in the invidious position of knowing any damage he does could help to send his old team down. Walk is ineligible for Europe, but now takes the place of Graham Souness, who is serving a 1-match suspension. Craig Johnston keeps his place. 2 years ago, Ipswich finished runners-up to Liverpool, but since then 6 internationals have left, and now 3 others, George Burley, Terry Butcher and Kevin O'Callaghan, have been ruled out for the season through injury, as has Irvin Gernon. So Frank Yallop at number 2 starts only his 3rd league game, and Ian Cranston at number 6, his 5th. And the weather this afternoon, more in keeping with the opening of the county cricket season. Indeed, the footballers here are going to feel the heat. Well, the stadium manager here, Bert Johnson, and his ground staff have got the Anfield pitch looking better than I've ever seen it in April. It's in superb condition as Liverpool in the red kick off, hoping to end a good week on a spectacular note as they chase their 3rd consecutive title. But there's Davray for Ipswich, and here's Alan Sunderland. Ipswich in blue, starting the match just above the bottom 3. Sunderland again, Putney, Gates, and that's Sunderland's cross, and Davray is coming in with Grobbelaar. Alan Sunderland in his 3rd month on loan from Arsenal. But when he was at Highbury, he had a very good scoring record against Liverpool. Got 6 goals against them in what were notoriously tight matches. Well played by Osman. Sunderland's header. And a foul by Neil on Putney. Gates trying to dummy his old colleague John Walk. Here's Dalglish. Osman was in quickly and well. Here's Gates. Putney. Zondervan has got free on the far side for Ipswich. Yallop is coming up in support. Good effort. 20 years old, Frank Yallop. Made his debut on Merseyside recently in a 1-0 defeat at Everton. It's a good try. And the play set up by Romeo Zondervan. Walk. This is McCall. Putney's flick. Well, Davray made a bold attempt to reach that. Now it's Johnston for Liverpool. And Davray got back for another touch, but it still won't run entirely for him. Nor for Liverpool, for that matter. Gates has made his run behind Sunderland. There's Lawrenson's header, and Gates will pick it up nicely. Looking for Davray on this side. The header back in, and Sunderland came in. That was a good effort by Ipswich. Lawrenson just lost his bearings slightly. Gates got the cross in. Davray able to knock it back in, and Alan Sunderland with the final effort. Not a bad start, though, by Ipswich. They've created 2 promising openings. This is Lee. Dalglish allowing it to run. He got it back beautifully from Rush and then fired over. Smashing interchange again between 2 players who understand each other so well. Dalglish first off, the combination with Ian Rush, the layback, and then the shot. The sun in the eyes of Davray there. McCall. Putney. Gates. Challenge was by Lawrenson. And Gates got the better of Walk there. This is Sunderland, and now Brennan. Another touch by Sunderland. Yallop. And Gates. And Davray. And the referee penalising Mark Lawrenson. Not far outside the penalty area. We indirect this free kick. And Gates shoots and scores! "19 minutes gone, and Ipswich Town take the lead on a ground where they've never won. Mark Brennan just touched the free kick to Eric Gates, and he beat Grobbelaar down to his right. So the team threatened by relegation got off to a good opening here. They played some fairly decent stuff in that opening quarter of an hour, Ipswich, and the reward has come against the Liverpool team still to catch fire after their exertions in Europe. As Joe Fagan perhaps wonders about the original free kick there. It was against Lawrenson. For Eric Gates, his 14th goal of the season. Kennedy. This is Whelan. Rush for the moment over on the left wing, and Kennedy, when he tried that against Zondervan, there was an offside flag up anyway. But Liverpool, perhaps by their standards, a shade lethargic after their midweek match, and Ipswich chasing them at every opportunity, harassing the man with the ball. But here's Johnston with the ball for Liverpool. Cranston coming across with the header. Dalglish. Ipswich may feel that should have been away before. Russell Osman's making the point to the others. There was a chance to have cleared that, and they didn't take it. Played almost too much football in their own corner of the field there, Ipswich, and they've conceded a corner. And Sammy Lee and Dalglish and Davray, everybody had to come back to help there. Walk is waiting behind the penalty spot to run in. It's been played short again to Lee. It's come back to Phil Neal to drive. And Kennedy might hit one. And what a goal! That was a quite tremendous shot by Alan Kennedy, and so typical of the kind of goal he often scores. Not so much this season, it's only his second in fact. But in the past, he's shown he can strike them well from that position. And when that Neal effort rebounded to him, Kennedy, through a crowd of players, found the far corner to make the score 1-1 after 31 minutes. Craig Johnston. This is Hansen. Osman's header. And Lee and Rush. And to his right, Dalglish. This time the rebound knocked on by Walk to Neil. Dalglish. And Rush was coming in at the far side. Although it was a shot by Dalglish, really. Now a real test of character for these young Ipswich players, several of whom are experiencing this atmosphere for the first time. Putney. So Osman into Gates. Dalglish. Yallop forward. And the goal scorer, Kennedy. Full of confidence now. Whelan outside him. Osman away. Whelan and Dalglish. Kennedy's in the area. Johnston. And Osman forward to Davray. By Kennedy. Look at John Walk there. Ian Rush. It's forced Johnston rather wide. Too wide. And it was first time football by Liverpool. And John Walk was predominant in that, chesting it back there to Rush, who was trying to sweep it out to Johnston. It was Davray. Then Lee. Now Rush. Kennedy. Movement up front from 4 Liverpool players. Zondervan's header depriving Whelan. Putney's clearance only finding Lee. Now Phil Neal. And Craig Johnston operating mainly on the right in this first half. Whelan's come this side as well now. And Neal. Lee. Walk's made his run near post, and it ran on, and now Ian Rush has equalled Roger Hunt's record. And it was a poached effort, as so many of them are. The move appeared to have broken down, then Walk made a near post run, and as the ball flew across, Rush was on hand to finish. So he has equalled Roger Hunt's total, which has stood for 22 years. As far as Joe Fagan's concerned, the important thing is he's put his team 2-1 up on the day. Was Gates. Lawrence, and half-time with Ian Rush having put Liverpool into the lead with a goal which he's got reason to remember among the many others he scored. Earlier, Eric Gates had given Ipswich the lead, but with many of their young side inexperienced in terms of playing at Anfield, they cracked when in the 31st minute Alan Kennedy equalised. Liverpool supporters will be hoping that the weather holds for what, for many of them, will be a trip to Rome at the end of May for the European Cup final against Roma, on the ground where Liverpool first won it in 1977 against the Germans of Mönchengladbach. Ipswich have in fact drawn on 4 of their last 8 visits to Anfield, but never had a victory here. Find themselves 2-1 behind at the start of the second half. And after this, they have 2 home games, Ipswich, and 1 away, which is at Manchester United, so they couldn't have asked for a tougher end to their battle against relegation as far as the away games are concerned. And here's Putney against Phil Neal. He's gone by him, and he's gone by Johnston. But Whelan intercepted, and here's McCall. 6 forward for Ipswich. Putney, as they push men on, as they've got to do in chasing the game, they're going to get caught possibly by a break like this from Rush. What a ball to John Walk. And he sets up Johnston. Terrific run and pass by Ian Rush. Whelan. And here's Johnston. And Cooper at full stretch. And Craig Johnston. It's a corner to Liverpool, which Neal has played short to Dalglish. And here's Neal again. Johnston. Whelan's made a run across the area. Yallop's clearance. Cranston. And won well by Lee. Rush. And here's Walk. And he hit this one first time, having delayed before. But again, Ian Rush very much in the thick of things. Steve McCall to Sunderland. Now Yallop. Sunderland had time to turn and look up. Nice ball into Davray. Here's Gates. Oh, that's a tremendous goal! Well, we're having a treat today. Eric Gates gets his second of the match. No wonder he looks so pleased. The Ipswich Town captain. Lovely ball actually by Sunderland with the outside of the foot. Knocked down by Davray, but talk about an instant volley. That's 2-2 after 57 minutes. And 2 for Eric Gates. Ipswich showing strength of character here to come back after going behind. But this is Kennedy, and it's come back off Cooper from McCall to clear. Oh, the goalkeeper down hurt by the sheer impact of the ball. Ah. So a corner to Liverpool. And Walk is up there, so were 2 defenders. Cooper has recovered after treatment. And here's Putney. They're making Liverpool work every inch of the way, are Ipswich. Here's Kennedy. Four up with him, and Kennedy's shots! Well, how many more is he going to fire today? People often used to say that the best long-range shooting came from the South Americans, but Alan Kennedy can hit them from 25 yards or more, as well as most. And Liverpool are going to make a substitution. The injured player is Mark Lawrenson. And he's going to be replaced by Steve Nicol. Eric Gates, the skipper, has led the Ipswich team well today. Scored 2 goals and always been a threat up there. Here comes Zondervan and Davray. And it's Nicol for Liverpool. Well, they can't afford another injury. That's Alan Kennedy who's now hobbling. Oh, Dalglish, that's a good effort. And some people at the other end of the ground thought it had actually dipped underneath the crossbar. It was mighty close, and nobody knows that better than Paul Cooper. That really was a fine volley by Kenny Dalglish, a dipper, and it could so easily have won the match. Zondervan sliding it back into Gates. And here's Kennedy. And Dalglish. Block was by Osman. This is Whelan for Liverpool. The flick on was by Dalglish, but was Whelan fouled as he followed through? He went for a possible return and got blocked off. And Liverpool have a free kick on the edge of the Ipswich penalty area in stoppage time. So much can hinge on what happens here at both ends of the First Division. Will Johnny Walk strike one against his old club? Dalglish has moved the ball and chipped, and just wide. Well, a few Ipswich hearts would have fluttered there. They've got their band of supporters over in that far corner, and they're looking at their watches. They know we've played 1 minute of stoppage time. And here's Johnston. Nicol. And still. Johnston once more. And now Neil. And Walk. Lee. Referee again checks his watch. Kennedy. And that's it. A fine point for Ipswich with 2 goals by Eric Gates, the second of brilliant effort. Alan Kennedy's goal for Liverpool in the first half, and Ian Rush's second to put his side 2-1 up were not enough to clinch the match. Few people would have predicted this result, and who knows, that point could go a long way towards keeping Ipswich Town in the First Division. Liverpool 2, Ipswich 2.
Well, it would be very sad indeed if Ipswich did go down in their first poor season for a number of years. But they certainly didn't look short of ability or confidence in today's game. The second Gates goal was superb, but it was the first that perhaps gave them the confidence to take Liverpool all the way. And would you believe it, our camera behind the goal reveals a small crack in even their disciplined defensive system. You'll notice that as the ball is touched to the side, the left-hand end player in the Liverpool wall, that's Kenny Dalglish, would you believe, moves with it, creating the hole in the wall, and Gates instead does the rest. Misunderstanding in even the best regulated football families should comfort ordinary mortals. Ipswich profited deservingly